Well, if I were to take the top challenges for 2019, there's a lot of them, and we're going to talk in a minute about opportunities, but let me give you the biggest two that I see. The first one is the entire cost per funded loan challenge. And when you look at nearly $9,000 or in some cases over $9,000 per funded loan in costs, that is unmanageable for lenders who are in that market. And that's mostly for call center type lenders. That's not so much for the distributed retail world. But even at $6,000 or $7,000, because you've got costs of higher marketing costs, you've got higher costs for compliance, higher costs for technology, commissions continue to be a big part of those costs. Look, there's only two ways you can circumvent and offset those costs. And that is either number one, reduce your costs, which most of us have already done that in 2018 about as tight as we can. Number two is to offset them with more production. And more production isn't through more people, it's through getting the most out of the people you have. In other words, creating a crack sales force, utilizing your technology to the greatest extent you can so that you expedite the operational process and create economies of scale for yourself and efficiencies that save money. You do those things, you're going to offset that production expense, but it all comes down to having that great sales force, the thing that we work on with lenders all the time. The second side of that, the second challenge, I believe, is going to be just lead development. You've got to be really attuned to going after every single proactive source of lead development you can. For example, I see all over the country where salespeople do a poor job on customer referrals and renewals. You've got to build a ton of those going into 2019 and 20, because as rates go up, what always happens? Leads go down no matter where you generate the leads from, because as rates rise, consumers don't tend to buy as much, they don't tend to refinance. And we know as far as rate and term refinances with the rising rates, that's becoming a dinosaur and is creating a big void in production. So lead development is going to be critical. It's being diverse enough and proactive enough to create enough leads to keep your business in good position so your salespeople have plenty of customers to work with. And the beauty is, when a lot of it is referral and repeat business or renewals, that's your lowest cost for marketing, that's your most profitable leads.